Hey guys, so tonight I'm going to be painting Galadriel with the two trees of Valinor behind her. So let's get started. So I'm starting with the moon. I'm shading the moon in first so I don't accidentally put my hand in over it later on in the process. And that's the moon done, just using whites and blacks. That's pretty much it really. And now I'm doing the two trees of Valinor. It's personal preference what you colour the two trees of Valinor because they're depicted as gold and silver, but some people draw them black and yellow for some reason, blue and yellow, anything like that. But it's up to you really. Using an artist sponge for the Tree of Dark, so just gonna blend the highlight in a little bit. By the way, if you don't have an artist sponge, a paintbrush will suffice. Just use a slightly bigger brush. Because I'm actually gonna use this brush because... So I'm just simply using a brush and an artist sponge for the trees because it gives a nice effect as you can see, but I'm using a sponge on this brush on this occasion for the tree of light behind it there so I don't accidentally go over anything. So now I'm doing Galadriel's well in silver because I had quite a lot of silver paint and I don't like wasting silver paint, as it's not the cheapest of the cheap to get a hold of, but I'm just shading it as needed. The parts that are furthest away from the moonlight, just shade a nice black and highlight the places in white that need it. Forgive the bad camera angles, I couldn't find my tripod stand. Yeah, I even added the reflection in the jug if you look very closely. It was my first time doing a reflection, I must admit. And it was relatively hard, but I'm hopeful to keep on trying it in the future. So I'm now using my tiniest delicate brush to do the reflection. Oh lord, I wish I hadn't, to be quite honest. Because it just genuinely, ugh. Now this painting's actually for one of my cousins. I'll leave their TikTok down below along with my TikTok. And if you like what you saw, please consider becoming one of my Patreons or my Kofi. It's completely up to you how much you want to support me. It's just a case of, should anything happen to my account, like should I get hit by a copyright, you can still access my videos. So it's up to you how much you want to pay at the moment, so please check it out. Now this is just me painting Galadriel's dress. Now in the Lord of the Rings book I have, she does have kind of a turquoise kind of colour and I decided to try and mimic that as best I could. Very nice colour, I really like that. So I'm just going as the process takes me. I'm shading what needs shading and I'm highlighting what needs shading. Beautiful. And I am using acrylic paints, but you can use really any kind of paint you like, oil paints, gouache or gouache or however you say it. I wouldn't recommend watercolour paints because they're easily reactivated with liquid, but so are gouache or gouache. And I personally don't really like oil paints because turpentine absolutely stinks and is highly toxic. So personally I prefer acrylic or gouache paints. I will on occasion use watercolour paints, like if I'm doing something for kids, as watercolour paints can easily wash out of wherever you get it on, whereas acrylic paints don't, so definitely this is not one to do for kids. Forgive the camera angle here, I am not 100% sure what happened, but I'm just doing Galadriel's hair. I really do not know what happened here, so I'm just shading Galadriel's hair now, shadows, and now it's back to normal. Seriously, what the heck happened? If any of you find out, put me out my misery. So I'm now doing Galadriel's skin tone and I'm going to seal the deal with an eye shine. I hope you all enjoyed this video and I will post an update on TikTok about my cousin receiving this if she liked it, which I'm sure she will.